The process of selecting a few top attractions to represent the full state of New York is difficult due to the practically limitless variety of things to see and do. From historic to contemporary, New York City is arguably the most popular tourist destination in the state, with a plethora of well-known attractions. Many of the city's biggest attractions are located in Manhattan, including Central Park, Times Square, the Empire State Building, and many others. Upstate New York, as the region north of the city is known, offers year-round vacation opportunities. The various lakes and mountains, as well as attractive small villages, are the main attractions in the summer. Winter is also a popular time to come because of the numerous ski resorts as well as luxury hotels and lodges that provide excellent retreats. With our list of attractions and places to visit in New York State, you can plan the perfect getaway any time of year. Here are some of the best places to visit in New York State. 1. Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. The Statue of Liberty is the country's most famous landmark, serving as a beacon of hope for millions of immigrants passing through Ellis Island. The National Park Service operates a ferry that meets passengers at Battery Park and conducts continuous loops throughout the day, allowing tourists to explore both attractions. The statue is the first destination, where visitors may get free views of the monument and the New York City skyline. Tickets for the pedestal and crown can also be purchased, though crown passes sell out at least 6 months in advance. Make sure to check out the many educational signage, statues, and historic markers in the museum at the base of the statue. The ship then arrives at Ellis Island, where a museum is located on the first floor of the main structure, which was originally used as the primary processing center and hospital from 1892 until 1954. Tourists can tour the quarantine wing on the higher level and view some of the original bunks and facilities used by individuals wanting to start new lives. Inside, there are moving displays with walls of images, papers, and human stories that commemorate pivotal times in American history one person at a time. Tourists should set aside at least a half day to enjoy touring both attractions, or if they are rushed for time, consider boarding the ferry and taking advantage of the voyage to gain spectacular views of both historic sites. 2. Times Square. There are plenty of sights and activities to do in and around Times Square for weeks, but even a quick visit to see the larger-than-life thrill is worthwhile. The heart of Times Square lies at the intersection of Broadway and 7th Avenue, where you'll be entranced by the giant displays that broadcast anything from new films and shows to special events. Artists, entertainers, and tourists crowd the pedestrian areas, taking in the city's noise and the tantalizing aromas drifting from the food trucks that line the streets. A visit to the neighborhood isn't complete without a meal at Sardi's restaurant and a performance in the world-famous theater district. Are you taking the kids on a trip? There are many family-friendly attractions, such as Madame Tussauds, which not only boasts spectacular waxworks and interactive exhibitions but also provides a unique perspective from the glass-walled observation platform that protrudes over the pavement. There are a staggering number of stores in Times Square, both large and little, and no trip is complete without a stop at M&M World, where you can't help but smile. Another New York City icon, the Empire State Building, is within walking distance of the square and is open until 2 a.m. for spectacular views of the city below. 3. Central Park. Central Park, despite its appearance on a map as a small patch of green among the grid of Manhattan streets, is a vast expanse with enough sights and activities to keep you occupied for days, if not longer. There are a variety of attractions in the park, including spectacular architecture and quiet gardens, as well as skating rinks. The Mall, a beautiful, broad pathway canopied by the arching limbs of centuries-old American elms, begins with Bethesda Terrace, which is famed for its stunning Bethesda fountain, the traditional conservatory garden, the Shakespeare Garden, and the famous chess and checkers house are all tranquil places for visitors to rest. The Central Park Zoo, which has sea lions, penguins, and other animals, will appeal to children, and the classic carousel will appeal to the younger ones. The park, which has multiple ponds and large green lawns, may be toured by horse-drawn carriage for the ultimate romantic tourist experience. 4. Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is one of North America's natural wonders, attracting millions of people each year. Bridal Veil Falls, American Falls, and Horseshoe Falls are all within the park, which is located on the border of Canada and the United States. The biggest and tallest is Horseshoe Falls, which drops 167 feet from a 2,700-wide cliff. Take the observation tower or the famous Hornblower boat trip into the Horseshoe Falls Basin for the most panoramic view of all 3 falls. The visitor center offers a gift store, numerous food options, and a theater that shows a 40-minute video about the history and folklore of the falls, in addition to park information and tour tickets. The park also lights up the falls at night and stages stunning fireworks displays on special occasions. The falls become a frozen spectacle in the winter, with gigantic icicles, freezing fog, and ice-covered trees and railings. The plume of mist rising from the falls rises high into the sky on clear, calm days, and may be seen from as far away as the CN Tower in Toronto. 5. Finger Lakes. The long, thin lakes in the landscape west of Syracuse were produced by the imprint of the Great Spirit's fingers, according to Iroquois belief. The Finger Lakes region's numerous lakes provide a diverse range of outdoor activities in a visually gorgeous landscape. The lakeshores of the main lakes are dotted with beautiful villages and resorts, the majority of which are particularly active during the summer months. The Cayuga Trail, the Seneca Lake Trail, and the Cuca Trail are also interesting routes to explore the area. Heritage Village of the Southern Finger Lakes, a living history museum, and the Rockwell Museum, which houses a range of artwork, are both located in Corning. The Harriet Tubman House, the Seward House Museum, Willard Chapel, and the Finger Lakes Mall are just a few of the attractions in Auburn. The Finger Lakes Museum in Branchport and the Sonnenberg Gardens and Mansion State Park are both worth visiting. 6. Lake Placid. Lake Placid, the world-famous winter sports destination at the base of Whiteface Mountain, has hosted the Winter Olympics twice. In 1932 and 1980, the town is becoming a prominent tourist destination, with lovely natural surroundings including lakes and hills. While the town is likely best known for its winter activities, particularly skiing, it is also a popular summer getaway. The main tourist strip in town is lined with a variety of distinctive stores and restaurants. There is also the immensely gorgeous Mirror Lake, which is a centerpiece of the town, in addition to the real body of water known as Lake Placid. This lake is one of the most beautiful in the state because of its surroundings. 7. Lake George. The town of Lake George is situated near the southern end of the same-named 32-mile-long lake. In the summer, the town is a popular tourist destination, with the lake serving as the main attraction. Many of the lake's islands have been constructed as camping areas, and the area is especially popular with motorcyclists. On Beach Road, Million Dollar Beach offers swimming, picnic areas, and volleyball courts. A nice way to observe the lake is on a sightseeing cruise. Prospect Mountain is a high picturesque vantage point with a view of the lake and surrounding area. Lake George Battlefield Park and the Fort William Henry Museum are two historical sites near Lake George. 8. Cooperstown. Cooperstown is located on the southern shore of Otsego Lake in the state of New York. It is best known as the home of the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, where baseball fans can see memorabilia and admire the sport's superstars. The Heroes of Baseball Wax Museum is a pleasant follow-up to the Hall of Fame, and despite its tiny size, it's fun to pose with baseball's greats in a relaxed setting and see their baseball bloopers film in the Little Theater. The Fenimore Art Museum and the Alice Bush Theater, which hosts the Glimmerglass Festival, an annual international opera event, are two cultural attractions in Cooperstown. There are also historical attractions such as Hyde Hall, which was formerly a huge colonial estate, and the Farmers Museum, which recreates life on Lippet Farmstead as a historic town. 9. Thousand Islands. Thousands of little islands are strewn throughout a 50-mile section of the St. Lawrence River. They are situated on a granite shelf that stretches from the Canadian Shield to the Adirondack Mountains in the United States, with the Continental Divide passing right through the islands. It is a stunningly beautiful region at any time of year, but especially so during the autumn leaf season. Boat cruises amid the maze of islands, which run from mid-May to mid-October, provide ever-changing landscapes and glimpses of holiday houses ranging from the most basic log cabins to the most magnificent summer villas. The majestic Bold Castle, built in 1900, is one of the most amazing views in the Thousand Islands. 10. The Adirondacks. The Adirondack Mountains are a picturesque region of forested hills in northern New York State with numerous lakes and recreational activities. The hills are part of the Canadian Shield and rise to about 5,000 feet in elevation. Mount Marcy, at 5,345 feet, is the highest point in the area. The Adirondacks are a popular vacation spot for New Yorkers. Hiking, canoeing, and relaxing in lakeside cottages and resorts are all popular activities here. In the fall, this is a stunning location to photograph, with a magnificent display of autumn colors. 11. The Catskills. The Catskills are another famous place to visit in New York State to enjoy nature. The rough region, with its undulating hills and tranquil lakes, is ideal for refreshing your mind. You can be as active as you like by going biking, canoeing, trekking, or as leisurely as you want by relaxing by the pool, sleeping in, or visiting the spa at one of the area's many great resorts. The Catskills transform into a snowy wonderland in the winter, attracting skiers from all over the world to its excellent ski resorts. 12. Letchworth State Park. 3 sets of waterfalls may be found in Letchworth State Park, which is located along the magnificent Genesee River Gorge. The gorge, which is bordered by forest, is known as the Grand Canyon of the East because of its steep cliff walls. With a 107 feet drop, Middle Falls is the largest and is illuminated at night from May to October. From campsites and cabin rentals to hiking, swimming, a playground, and concessions, the park has something for everyone. Snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, and dedicated snowmobile tracks are all popular winter activities. 13. Darwin D. Martin House Complex. In 1904, Darwin and Isabel Martin commissioned Frank Lloyd Wright to design a multi-structure complex, which he completed during his Prairie House era. Many consider it to be his best work of this type. The house, which is located in Buffalo, is now open to the public and may be toured on a basic tour or an in-depth tour, with operators who can point out intricacies and help visitors comprehend the construction better. Parts of the estate that have been demolished throughout the years are being rebuilt. 14. Watkins Glen State Park. Within the Finger Lake State Parks, Watkins Glen is located near the southern extremity of Seneca Lake. The valley is 2 miles long, descending 400 feet over 19 waterfalls and passing 200 feet cliffs formed by the river. Visitors will enjoy a variety of activities, including fishing, hiking, and swimming in the park's Olympic-sized pool. In addition to admiring the gorge from its rim walks, the park provides tent and RV campsites as well as picnic spaces for day guests. In season, guided excursions of the gorge are provided. 15. George Eastman House and the International Museum of Photography and Film. The George Eastman residence, which had 50 rooms when it was finished in 1905, also had a stable, garage, barn, 5 greenhouses, and numerous gardens. The house, which is located in Rochester, has been restored to its early 1900s appearance, using photographs taken by Eastman as well as letters and notes that aided in the restoration. On the grounds is the magnificent International Museum of Photography and Film, which will appeal to anybody with a passion for photography. On a regular basis, the museum hosts a number of touring exhibits and films. Check out their website to discover what's on the horizon. If you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing for more content like this. Thanks for watching.